WTOL 11 Your Day. Think of this, the aroma of hot, fresh cookies right out of the oven. Yeah, go ahead, take your pick on the flavor. You know it's going to be good, but then again, there are cookies that can make you mad. Yes, angry. Kevin Caesar joins us from Thread Marketing with more on the great 2022 cookie phase out. Kevin, don't worry, we're not getting rid of people's delicious treats. Thank you for dropping these off for me, by the way.
That's correct. We are not. We are not. Cookies are great, but nothing is free in life. And the bargain we've all made is that there is a thing, third-party cookies have funded free web publishing since the mid-90s. So these website cookies that I'm talking about are small text files, small pieces of data that identify your computer. And then the cookies then track and collect data from your browser and send data back to the website owner. So there are two kinds of cookies. There's a first-party cookie that sends data to the publisher, and a third-party cookie, the bad one, that sends data to the advertisers.
Okay, that picture was really funny because my daughter happens to actually really like that video of Cookie Monster baking the cookies. I love it. So, okay, so who invented this? How did this all get started?
Well, it was invented back in 1994, website cookies, by Lou Montulli. He was an engineer. Worked for Netscape. The idea was, it was a great idea. You visit a website and it could remember your cart items, your logins, your settings, your preferences. That might be a good thing about cookies. The bad thing about cookies is that that data, when you visit an unencrypted website, can then be stolen and reused. And also, when you accumulate a lot of cookies on your computer, it could slow down your computer. So basically, when you think of a third-party, it's an invasion of privacy, and a lot of people are uncomfortable with this, and they're looking to move beyond that. They want to control their data.
So we're going to phase this out. This is good news, isn't it?
Well, yes. I think there's going to be a phase out. So right now, Safari and Firefox, the second and third largest web browsers, they've already eliminated third-party. They're out of the picture to protect users' privacy. But Google Chrome, which is essentially the largest in the browser market, they still allow third-party cookies until next month. In January, they will phase out third-party cookies, and that will render them essentially extinct.
Okay, so, I mean, but advertisers, I mean, they still need this information about us. They still want to know everything about us. So what are they going to do?
Well, the next, Google is developing a sandbox. So you might be able to think of this in terms of, if there was legislation called the Children's and Puppies Act, how could you vote against that? That would be wonderful. The privacy sandbox sounds pretty wonderful. But what it does is it collects information. So Amanda, you would be an example of what you do online, and it saves that data locally on your computer. So based on the website you visit and the content you see, the browser then assigns you to a cohort. So you're alongside several people with similar interest. So then every time you now visit a new website, the browser tells the site which cohort you belong to. And so the advertisers then show you ads tailored to how your cohort behaves. So, and the cohorts are updated every week with ads, relevant ads, and it makes it harder to identify the individual members of the group. So that sounds like a bargain, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it would be better for me. Is there a catch?
Yeah, kind of. Well, you're still being tracked, just not so much.
Individually,
it's Amanda within a group of Amandas.
All right, so I guess we'll have to see.
That's what it comes down to. Enjoy fewer website cookies in 2022 and more of the actual tasty ones.
Yes, I think I know what I'm doing during the commercial break here, Kevin. Yeah, I'll take a bite.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. Delicious. Merry Christmas to you, Kevin. Thank you for joining us this morning.